Many unbearable hours later.
And now, so Cliff, she's kind of saying you guys had a discussion. You said you were gonna call her the next day or whatever it was, and she didn't hear back from you. What would you say led to that?
Well, one thing, it was a lot of stuff going on in my head that was brought up to my attention too. I
Mm-hmm.
kind of didn't want to share it at that moment, but another thing that was brought up to me was Rose had a 53-year-old Nigerian man taking care of her. So this that was brought up to my attention as well from a few people that she was on the show with as well. So and then just with her when she explained the whole like she haven't really experienced African American man, and she
Oh
was
wait, I didn't say that.
she said she
I
had
didn't say that
you said you have
because
you said you
my mom is from Louisiana. I grew up with my mom. Like
but you
I
said you have
really like.
she's
Why are you cutting him off? Now you had your chance to talk. He was keeping quiet. Why are you cutting him off? Let him cook. Let him cook you. He's exposing you. Let's go.
she basically said she haven't dealt with an African American
I
man in
didn't
a
say
while.
I've never dealt.
You said it's been
I've never said I've never dealt. Please don't put words in my mouth. I graduated this year with my associates, but I just got accepted literally like after filming. 2 weeks later, I got accepted into the nursing program, so I'm so excited. This week, I know, thank you. This week, was just like orientation. It was just a lot of information, like a lot. Like my mind is really fried, so I'm really not even here. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh. Well, then let's go ahead and jump right in then so we can get over to the juicy topic at hand, which is since you guys ended up matching, have you guys gone on a date?
I feel like the day after was like a date, I guess.
Okay, so after filming, you guys went out?
Yeah, for brunch.
Oh, okay. So how was that planned? How would everything go? Let me know.
I mean, if he wants to talk, he can.
Okay, go ahead, Cliff.
so I mean basically she had a flight to catch that next morning. And I
Okay.
decided, she was close near to the airport, so it was a little breakfast brunch like Snooze Eatery. So I decided we
Ooh, I
can,
like snooze.
yeah. So I decided let's just go there for brunch and catch up and try to get to know each other and talk a little bit. So I decided to take her to Snooze, so we went to Snooze for brunch that morning.
Okay. How'd that go? How was it for you, Cliff?
It went well. I feel like it went well. We had good conversation. We had mimosas, drinks. We got
Okay.
to feel her energy a little bit more. So I feel like the vibe was pretty smooth for me. When that
Okay.
was the first time us one on one. So it was pretty cool for me though, for the most part.
Okay. How was it for you, Ro?
It was okay. I mean, I enjoy myself. I mean, it was a few things that I was noticing during the brunch, but overall it was okay.
Okay. Like what? What were you noticing?
I already addressed it to Cliff. Like, I feel like it was just like some topics that were being brought up a lot, and it was kind of like why were we discussing it, if that makes sense.
Okay. Cliff, did you want to touch on that?
Basically, basically the topic that she was saying that I brought up was she asked me a question about from the show who was what the females that popped me, and I explained to
Mm-hmm.
her one of the contestants that one of the females that popped me, but I guess she said I brought that up multiple times when we were out or when we was there, but I don't feel like
Like you
I feel.
brought up the other contestant or you brought up being popped?
Well, I told her about who the female was that popped me, and I guess she felt like I brought it up so many times, but I mean she asked me the question, I explained it to her, so. But she said I brought it up multiple times. I don't really recall bringing it up that many times, but I guess in her mindset, she said I brought it up multiple times. So I don't know.
Okay. Ro.
I don't remember asking you about it because I know that you had discussed it like prior that night, like when we were in the car, and she wasn't the only one that popped on you. You have to remember that. But I feel like she was being brought up more just because y'all had common interest. So I feel like maybe your mindset was somewhere else, if that makes sense.
Well,
Okay, so you feel like
I kind of sense a little bit of passive aggressiveness from her, but also she's talking and she's chewing gum, already a sign of disrespect that she doesn't care. So I don't know. The red flags already going off.
Oh, sorry, Cliff. Go
I
ahead.
mean, we was eating that night when we went out. She had asked me the question, like, who was because she was curious, like, who was the ones that popped, and I explained who the ones was, but it was one that I did explain that I did have a little more similar interest with, which I can't deny and lie about that. But yeah, I mean, that was the truth, but fact. But I don't feel like I brought it up constantly, but I did explain to her who it was. So I mean, and I just left it at that. But I mean, I feel she felt like I said it more than multiple times. So I guess it is, it is what it is on
Okay.
that.
So, Ro, you feel like that other contestant was more his type? Is that what, is that the
Um,
vibe that you were getting,
I
or?
I can't say type, like he said, like more. They had just more in common, and
Okay.
like even like Cliff, when we were like at brunch, I even said like, why do you keep talking about it? And then you're like, oh no, I don't know what you said after that, but I know me saying that. Okay, why are we still talking about it? Like it just was
Mm.
like kept going.
She
So
that
that's just
That's the part where I'm confused at because at brunch I don't really feel like I brought her name up. I brought her name up that night, and that was pretty much it. Like brunch, I feel like we was talking about everything else besides that. So I don't really see myself saying that constantly. But I mean, if she feel like that, I said it multiple times. We just gonna leave it at that. She feel like I said it multiple times. So
So,
I like the way he's conducting himself. It feels like she's trying to guilt trap him and also like get him to go back and forth. But every time he's just like, whatever she says, it is what it is. Because most guys who like their peace, they like their peace. He's remaining calm. He's not, because I feel like she's trying to gaslight him into an argument and he's not falling for it. Kudos to him. But also, this goes to show that sometimes, man, when a woman doesn't like something, or doesn't like you, she'll use whatever excuse. She'll use whatever you said about your mama. Well, she may even use who you voted for. She may say, she may not, she may say how she doesn't like the team that you support, how the team that you support offends her. She'll use whatever excuse to make herself the victim and to make you look bad, whatever, even if it wasn't a big issue. As you can see, she asked him the question about the person who popped his balloon, but it's like she keeps talking about it because she's trying to play the victim card ahead of time and also to gaslight him.
so you guys went out the night before the brunch as well, or?
yeah, we went out. Yeah, we went out that night too.
Oh, okay. Where'd you guys go that night?
I think it was Yard House.
Okay. And it was just
But
you two,
everybody
or it
was
was like
there
a?
before we got there because he
Oh,
took me to
okay.
go change.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to be in something a little bit more comfortable. So he took me to my Airbnb to go change, and then that's when we met everybody at your house.
Okay. So this one was more, Yard House was more like a group setting. Everyone else from the show.
Right, right.
Okay,
It
I
wasn't
see.
all the matches, but it was just like a few of us.
Got it. Okay. And then brunch the next day was just the two of you guys.
Right, right.
Okay. Okay. So then after brunch, what happened? Obviously, I know you had to go catch a flight. How's
Yeah, he took me to just to the catch my flight. Yeah.
okay? And how has the communication?
So you can see that despite her passive aggressiveness, he was still being nice. Took her to change, took her to her flight, took her out on a date. He was still doing the so called gentlemanly, nice guy things that women say they like. Let's say how she pays him.
And everything been since then?
That has not been in communication.
Oh, okay. So after brunch, you guys
I
determined
mean,
that it wasn't.
after, yes, like when I got here, like back to Texas, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But like we like talked about some stuff, and I think like we wasn't on the same page, and maybe like he felt like a certain way. And then I honestly don't want to bring up this issue because I don't know if I can discuss it, but like, what was going on in this chat, and it just was like a lot that was going on. So
Okay.
it
What was
kind of
going
like,
on?
I guess like I remember asking Cliff, like, what's your like normal or usual type that you go for? I mean, he told me. And then, he asked me, and, I told him, there's a particular like nationality that I do talk to just because it's like what I'm used to. But I think he kind of took it as like I didn't want to get to know him. Like I honestly like wanted to step out my comfort zone, and I really was interested. Like I really told him that I'm open and that I don't want to ever miss out on a blessing ever. So I don't want
Mm-hmm.
to say like this person is my person because he's this color or this nationality or this ethnicity. And if that makes sense. So
Okay.
I did say that, but I don't know if something else like made him not like want to communicate. Because then even like we had a discussion like one night when we talked on the phone, and then you're like, "Oh, I'll text you in the morning," and then I didn't hear anything else from you.
Okay. And now, so Cliff, she's kind of saying you guys had a discussion. You said you were gonna call her the next day or whatever it was, and she didn't hear back from you. What would you say led to that?
So, women usually do this, right? It's like, why are you talking to a guy and say you want to get to know him, but then when you describe your type, you go on to let him know that he's not your usual type. And the reverse is true. Like, if I'm a man and I usually don't go for BBWs, but this time around I go for, if she asks me, hey, what's your usual type? The last thing I'm going to do is describe a fit woman, a woman in shape. Because if that's my type, why am I on a date? Why am I trying to get to know a woman who's not my type? She's going to feel some kind of way. So, of course, he has to feel some kind of way if you say his nationality is not your usual type. He's going to be like, so why you're literally wasting my time, because now you already have something. You already have an excuse in case this doesn't go well, because you're going to be like, you already know my type. That's why I don't date your type, because you're not the nationality. I mean, people are crazy to even just select, but to make your preference as a nationality is crazy to me. But this is dating 2024, right? So she's already telling him, hey, I don't usually date your nationality type, but she expects him to just be excited about that? No. You already telling him he's not your type. He's not going to be excited. And the opposite is true. Like I told you, if a woman asks a guy, what's your usual type? And he goes on to describe the thing that is opposite of who she is, she has every right to feel some kind of way. That's what I said that in the beginning. Seems like she's gaslighting him to me.
Well, one thing, it was a lot of stuff going on in my head that was brought up to my attention too. I kind of didn't want to share it at that moment, but another thing that was brought up to me was Rose had a 53-year-old Nigerian man taking care of her. So this that was brought up to my attention as well from a few people that she was on the show with as well. So and then just with her when she explained the whole, like, she haven't really experienced African American man, and she
Oh,
was
wait, I didn't say that.
she said she
I
had
didn't say that
you said you
because
you said you
my mom is from Louisiana. I grew up with my mom. Like
but you
I
said you have
really like.
she's
Why are you cutting him off? Now you had your chance to talk. He was keeping quiet. Why are you cutting him off? Let him cook. Let him cook you. He's exposing you. Let's go.
she basically said she haven't dealt with an African American
I
man in
didn't
a
say
while.
I've never dealt.
You said it's been
I've never said I've never dealt. Please don't put words in my mouth.
bro. You said you
Because
haven't.
I consider myself Black American, even though my dad it was Nigerian. I consider myself Black American. I've dated so many Black American men, but I'm saying the older I got, I just started like dating like Nigerian men, and I just feel like a comfort, like.
With the
So I'm just
Nigerians.
telling you, I haven't dated any Black American men in a while. That's all I
That,
was saying.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm explaining. That I'm explaining. So
No,
she
but you
hasn't.
Okay,
said
sorry.
that I have never.
I said you haven't dealt with. You told me that you haven't dealt with African American men in a while. So
You didn't
from
say
her
in a while.
you
said
didn't even let me finish. Can I finish?
Okay,
Okay,
let's
go
let him
ahead.
finish. Go ahead, Cliff.
So
Okay.
basically, she said she haven't dealt with African American men in a while because of her past experience. Don't get me wrong. She's like she have dealt with Nigerian men as well. But she had some past experience with them as well. So I was like, okay, cool. But it was just giving me that if she haven't dealt with an African American man, it just felt like I think she was more towards, like, Nigerian might be more towards her preference. And then just to piggyback off
But
that,
you can't make that decision for me. If I said I was open to get to know you,
you was open and
like
optimistic. But then again, a few of the girls on the show, from her episode, brought it up to my attention that she was talking to a whole Nigerian man that's 53 years old. So I was just shocked about it because I'm like, and then she was, the girls was shocked about it because they're like, why is she even on the show? And then
wait.
and then
So
Wait, so the other girls on the show actually told the guy, exposed her, then she's like, hey, she has a 53-year-old sugar daddy. I mean, I could see her aesthetic. I could see why, she looks good. Obviously, it's mostly makeup, but she looks good. right? At least from just here. So I could see why why some sugar daddies wouldn't mind spending some money on her, right? To clap them cheeks, if you know what I mean. But so the girls on the show exposed her. That's crazy, bro. That's why from the beginning I was like, this. I could feel her energy. I'm like, her energy is off. She's gaslighting, trying to play victim, trying to do this. But it also goes down to what I say, like, if a person who's trying to get to know you says you are not the usual type, you should walk. Man or woman, if the person claims they want to get to know you, but then you're not their usual type, just leave. Because they already have something, condition in their mind that there's something wrong with your nationality, your type, whatever it is, your skin color. They already have a preconceived notion that you are not, there's something wrong with you. So even when they're trying to get to know you, they're going to find something wrong with you. So you should dip, man or woman, you should just leave.
But you saying the girls in the group said that I was talking to this guy now?
You explained it to them.
No, I was not talking. I'm not talking to this guy now. Like, this was like earlier part of this year. So whatever got missed.
So Ro, just to confirm, when you came on the show, are you single?
Yes, like I wouldn't. For them to say that this guy was taking care of me, yes, this guy was taking care of me, but this was like way like earlier part of this year. So that had nothing to do with me. Like, I literally came on the show with great intentions on finding somebody. So I don't like that you took what somebody else said instead of like getting it from me, because you never even asked that from me. I don't feel like that's right.
I just feel like because you explained it on the show to the girls and everything, and they brought it up to me.
But you keep saying to the girls, but you never addressed me.
So you guys never had a conversation about this.
Exactly. We never had a discussion about it. So you are going by.
I felt like I didn't want to bring that up. I didn't want to bring that because
that means
I feel
that
like
you wasn't really interested.
No, it
you
wasn't
interested in getting to know me then.
It wasn't that.
See how she's playing victim? First, she's told him he wasn't her type, because he's not Nigerian, because he's a black American. And now she's saying, he wasn't interested. No, he went, once he found out you're a sugar baby, you like sugar daddies, then he's not interested. There's nothing to talk about. First of all, you already told him he's not your usual type. So him talking about the whole sugar daddy thing it wouldn't change a thing, especially because it came from your fellow girls. So they broke the sister code and they told bro, hey bro, she's a walking red flag. Are you sure? Big up to the girls, man. They saved bro.
It just showed me that she was bragging about it, like, to the girls on the
I wasn't bragging.
Like
how can you go by?
Like, that was just
I don't get it. How can you go by he say, she say? I would never do that to you, because even in the group chat, I heard some stuff you were saying, but I never said, oh, I'm not going to talk to Clip because I'm hearing this. Like, I'm 33 years old. I wouldn't go back and be like, oh, I'm not going to talk to him because I heard this. I'm an adult.
So, Ro, all the girls are in a group chat together from the episode. Is that where this information is coming from?
Right. So the girls have a group chat that we made a group chat because we wanted to go out after the show and like hang out. I mean, yeah. So that's what the group chat was morely about. Mm-hmm. And so it just turned to something else. And I'm not trying to put the other girls out there because I love. I got to know everybody, but I don't know what girls he's pertaining to, because I honestly was not in the back bragging about some 50-year-old man taking care of me, because that's not what it is. And I wish you would have addressed me like personally, and I would have told you, no, that was like way back then. I mean, that's how communication started. And I told you on the show, communication is a real big issue for me. That's my love language. If you can't communicate with me and you're going by like what the streets are saying, like, you would never have a real relationship. And that's just...
It wasn't about...
Well, the streets said you're in the streets with a 53-year-old sugar daddy. There's nothing more to talk about, right? Because if you heard that he had the sugar mommy, I would agree with you. There's nothing else to talk about. You're getting exposed and that's okay. Bro didn't fall for the red flag, and your own girlies, because they call themselves girlies, right? Your own sister code broke the code and they told the bro that you got a sugar daddy, and that's okay. If you're a good looking lady, so I wouldn't be surprised if the guys out there who are willing to spend money on you.
Just
The
pure
streets was saying
honesty.
it was multiple people that was bringing.
I'm just saying, like,
It's
street, like,
just
outside
it's
people.
but it's multiple people bringing up the same
But
situation.
you're still saying multiple people instead of addressing it from the person that it happened to. So
So
now,
Cliff,
if
Because you could lie, even if he told you about it, you could lie and twist everything just the way you're twisting right now. You're not even letting him finish because you don't want him to expose the real truth. You keep cutting him off, and I like how bro is really calm. He's very calm in the situation, and that's something as guys we can really pick up on and learn to, to be calm in situations like this, because most guys would be heated in this moment. So for me, it's a lesson to always stay calm. The more you stay calm, even if you are wrong but you're calm, you're probably going to win in the end. Because if the other person is trying to gaslight you and get you out of your comfort zone, trying to pull you in, but you don't go in, you just stay calm, you're probably going to win in the 9 out of 10 times.
it feels like, oh, go. I'm sorry. Like, now it feels like you're trying to make me look bad on bad on this show. Like, oh, she had this man taking care of her while she came on the show. I haven't seen that man in months. Like, literally,
so
months.
Cliff, did you ever like once think like, okay, you know what, I'm hearing this. Let me go ahead and speak with her and get more clarification.
No, I didn't really want to. I didn't want to bring it to her attention because I just feel like we'll be in a debate like how it is right now, just constantly like
Yep.
no, it was just go back and
It's not
forth.
a
It would
debate.
have
I'm
been us
defending
going back and
myself.
forth, and like
I'm
she
defending
saying that
myself.
it was just like she bringing it up like it was past years or something when it was probably could have been recently. So I just didn't
It
want to.
wasn't recent though.
I don't really know what it was, so I didn't really want to necessarily talk about it like at that point because I
Okay.
feel like she would have just probably said like, "Oh, it was in the past" or some
Yeah.
years ago.
Because that's true. Like, I'm gonna defend myself.
It
If
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You are the sugar daddy. It is what it is. Own up to it. So I don't care if it was 1,000 years ago. You had a sugar daddy. It is what it is. So as a man, it lets me know, is this the type of woman I want to have a serious relationship with or not? And the fact that she was telling other girls she just met on the show who are strangers and she's telling them how she had a sugar daddy. I don't know if she's just trying to recruit them or link them up because they usually link themselves up with sugar daddies. I don't know, but you know.
if it's not,
That's
if it's true, I would tell you. If it's not true, I would tell you it's not true.
No, you
Like, I'm
wouldn't.
gonna defend myself.
fine.
So how was it brought up to you, Cliff? Like you reached out to the other girls or they reached out
No,
to
actually,
you?
they
Like
reached.
how?
Yeah, actually, it was one that she was actually cool with. But yeah, she reached out to me and told me, and she was like she can't believe that she told her that because she literally explained it to her. And then this was actually one of the girls that actually popped on me that told me it personally. So, and she told me that she was bragging about it, and she thought about it like, why is you even on the show if you announce
And
it
I
and tell
honestly feel like I already know who you're talking about, and that's probably the main person that was causing all the mess. But I'm not gonna say anything.
I mean, but like I said,
I wish, but honestly, at the end of the day,
Why are you cutting him off? Oh my god, I want to hear what Cliff has to say. Ro, you're beautiful. I like what I'm looking at. I don't have money, so I can't be your sugar daddy. But shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. I want to listen to what Cliff has to say.
you're my match. I'm your match. You talking to her about me is not
No, the other girl talked to him about you because you are running your mouth to the other girl. Don't try to gaslight him.
okay.
I would. I
You
mean, it
should
was
have
brought to
reached
my
out to
attention.
me to
I didn't
ask
say
me.
nothing. I didn't even know anything. It was brought to my attention.
I know, but when you
So
heard that, you should have been like, "Ro, like, is this true?"
I
And I would have
heard
been like, "No,
this.
Cliff, that's not true." Like, she might have misheard something or misread something because I keep all my receipts. Like, I have messages too.
that's
So I
fine.
wish you would have addressed me first and been like, "Ro, she said this. Is this true?" And I would have told you. I have nothing to hide. Promise you.
Okay.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
So Cliff, you got this information, and then right after you got that, that was it. You never spoke to Ro again.
Yeah, I really did. I kind of like, I just fell back like off, bro. I couldn't deal with like all that. Just hearing the information and then just with the whole, she kept bringing up like, oh, how I was constantly saying person name and stuff. It was just giving me a lot of like, I was going to pull my dreads out, to be honest with you. Like, I just didn't want to keep conversation where like, it was just,
This guy is making me
I
trying
don't
to
know.
make me
It's
look
just
bad.
I just left it alone because I just wanted to like kind of move on because it was just I feel like it would be a lot of going back and forth with me and
Yep.
her. So
Okay.
I'm not that kind of person to keep going back and forth and always having to talk and I'm just like a more peace and smooth. But with Ro, it's just like it's just constantly, it's like constantly have to like go back and forth. So I didn't want to kind of deal with that. So I wanted to keep my peace. So I kind of just left it as it is and just let it, just let it die down. Really, to be honest with
Good job, bro. Good job, man. Nothing beats peace, man. No man who loves his peace, his sanity, you know, wants to go back and forth because it never gets better. Especially if it starts in the beginning, the back and forth, this and this and that. No, man, no guy who loves his peace is gonna go. I don't, cause she's a beautiful woman, man. She's stunning. I get it. Most of it's the makeup, maybe the lighting too, but you can tell she's beautiful, right? If she took the makeup, if she's like an 8 right now, if she took up the makeup, she would stay at least a 7 to me, right? So she's still beautiful in shape, I can tell. So good job for you, Cliff, man. You dodged the bullet. Shout out to the sister who got you the news, who told you the info that she has a sugar daddy, but she also already told you that you're not her type, that you're not that you only likes to date Nigerian men. So that could have been a red flag. You could have used that as well to run away. But shout out to you, and thank you for staying calm. As us men, we can learn so much from this situation. He stayed calm the whole situation. She cut him off so many times. She tried to play the victim from the beginning. From the beginning, I was like, this doesn't seem right. It doesn't sound right. The passive aggressiveness. She's talking while chewing gum. The disrespect. She talked about how she's so tired. She didn't want to. She didn't want to be on the show. So many things were going off. But thank you for staying calm and keep going, bro. What you guys think? Comment down below. Did he dodge a bullet? And for some of you, Ro might be looking for some sugar daddies. If you guys are out there, go link up her, DM her on Instagram. Full link down below because I can't finish the whole thing. I'm done. I'm glad bro walked away. What do you guys think? Peace.